I never thought that could happen. Never. I grew up idolizing people, but I never knew who their security was.
Right.
See, it's different nowadays in social media. So that pretty much brings other people to life besides the celebrity.
Wait and see attitude when it comes to whatever evidence they may learn about this entire situation involving a legal and from a civil perspective.
When you sit on the throne as the highest paid athlete the planet has ever seen, the world naturally assumes your greatest threats come from rival fighters, jealous competitors, or the dangerous streets you once escaped. But in the cutthroat billion-dollar world of elite athletes, the most devastating blows almost never come from the outside. They come from within. A shocking report claims a staggering $42 million theft has just torn through Floyd Mayweather's trusted inner circle, sending his legendary security apparatus into absolute chaos and paranoia. For a man whose entire life has been built on perfect defense, calculated precision, and absolute control, this isn't just another financial setback. It is a terrifying breach of trust at the highest level. The world is now watching as the invincible king of boxing confronts a cold, brutal reality. Sometimes the enemy isn't standing across the ring throwing punches. Sometimes the enemy is standing right behind you in the shadows, smiling while they drain your empire. This breach raises chilling questions about loyalty, greed, and how even the most carefully constructed fortress can be compromised from the inside. In this video, we dive deep into the shocking allegations of the $42 million theft, the key players involved, and what this betrayal means for Floyd Mayweather's carefully guarded world. We'll examine how a man who spent decades dodging every punch in the ring now finds himself vulnerable to the very people he trusted most. Because when your security team, your advisors, and your closest confidants become the threat, no amount of money, muscle, or shoulder rolls can fully protect you. This is the dark underbelly of success at the highest level, where the real fight isn't against opponents, but against the hidden enemies inside the gates.
Is that a paparazzi?
What's up, Floyd? How you doing, man? Yo, Floyd, how was dinner, man? Yo, Floyd, I was just wondering if you got Selena's blessing, bro. All right.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna get in his way.
CMT out here.
To protect a man worth over $1 billion, you don't hire ordinary bodyguards, you build a human fortress. Enter the Great Wall, Floyd Mayweather's elite hand-picked security detail made up of absolute human titans who look more like comic book villains than real people. Led by towering figures like the 7'1", 430-pound Alfonso Big Church Riddick and the 6'7", 380-pound Adam Plant. This isn't just a security team. It is a specialized unit of pure intimidation, carefully assembled from the roughest Vegas club scenes and the entourages of rap moguls. Their only mission is simple yet deadly serious: neutralize any threat before it even gets close. Whenever the chaos of a screaming crowd or aggressive fans starts closing in, Floyd gives one chilling command: put the wall up. In an instant, the billionaire disappears behind a literal mountain of muscle and menace, an impenetrable wall of flesh and loyalty that moves as one. In this video, we take you inside the making of Mayweather's legendary security apparatus. We'll introduce you to the giants who make up the Great Wall, explore how they were recruited, and reveal the intense training and loyalty tests they undergo to earn their place beside one of the richest athletes in history. This isn't ordinary celebrity protection. This is elite-level defense for a man who treats his personal safety like a championship fight. Calculated, ruthless, and never-ending. Watch as we break down how the Great Wall operates and why it has become one of the most feared security units in the entire sports world.
What would you say is more difficult, being a celebrity bodyguard or being a cop?
Oh man, those are two completely different things.
Really?
Yeah. So being a cop, you know, when you leave the job for the day, you're still kind of in the back of your mind, just like situations, right? With bodyguarding, that is you are on him like glue all the time. So if something happens to him, guess whose problem it is? That's on you or me or whatever the case is, you know? So you're always checking, like, and especially with celebrities, everyone outside of their circle, even some people in their circle are always looking to get a one up or, hey, what can I do to benefit myself more than him? Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Which is most bullshit happens inside the circle, honestly.
There is a profound psychological difference between being a regular police officer and being the personal bodyguard for Floyd "Money" Mayweather. When a cop finishes their shift, the badge comes off, the gun goes in the locker, and the mind finally gets to rest. But when you are the human shield for one of the richest and most controversial athletes on earth, the war never truly ends. You live in a permanent state of hypervigilance. Every face in the crowd, every sudden movement, every shadow in the room is analyzed and assessed in real time. The true danger, as veteran members of Mayweather's security team have revealed in rare interviews, rarely comes from the wild fans outside the velvet ropes. The real threats come from the leeches, the opportunists, the fake friends, and the potential betrayers lurking deep inside the inner circle. It is a life of exhausting, soul-crushing paranoia, where a single second of hesitation doesn't just cost you your job, it could cost an entire empire. In this video, we explore the mental and emotional toll of protecting Floyd Mayweather 24/7. We'll hear from those who have lived behind the shield, the constant pressure they face, and the psychological strategies they use to stay sharp in an environment where trust is a luxury and betrayal is always one bad decision away. This is the hidden cost of guarding a billionaire, a world where peace of mind is the one thing money cannot buy.
Big Church being from Vegas, he had, went back to Vegas, and Floyd had picked him up. And so it was around late December, he had hit me and said, "Hey man, Floyd is getting rid of one of his dudes. If I can get you over here, would you want to work?" And it just me wanting to change the pace at the time, I was like, yeah, hell yeah. So Floyd was coming down to play in a celebrity game with the Team Watson. And so it was like December 14th or something like that. So I asked one of the dudes to cover me, and I went over to the Van Nuys airport and met him. And so, Church had already told him about me. Big Mark, rest in peace, had told him about me. And so when I met him at the airport, he got off the plane. He looked me up and down, was like, "Big Church, you good?" And he's like, Church was like, "Hell yeah." And he's like, "Big Mark, you good?" He's like, "Hell yeah." He's like, "All right, yeah, he on." Yeah. So I started with Mayweather December 28th, 2007.
The aura of Floyd Mayweather demands constant attention, but that same spotlight often breeds uncontrollable chaos and danger. The dark reality of moving a billionaire through public spaces is that violence can erupt from the smallest misunderstanding in the blink of an eye. This brutal truth was captured on camera outside a Hollywood restaurant, where a desperate fan's attempt to get a photograph quickly spiraled into a violent physical altercation with members of the Money Team entourage. Now the team faces a staggering $3.3 million lawsuit alleging severe physical and emotional distress. The incident has put the entire Money operation under intense public scrutiny, forcing everyone to examine the razor-thin line between necessary protection and excessive force. It exposes the terrifying hidden cost of guarding a modern sports deity in an age where everyone wants a piece of the fame. In this video, we break down the full story behind the Hollywood restaurant brawl, analyze the lawsuit claims, and explore how fame at Mayweather's level turns everyday interactions into potential battlegrounds. We'll look at similar incidents in the past and what they reveal about the constant pressure of protecting someone whose very presence creates chaos. This isn't just about one fight outside a restaurant. This is about the violent price of living life in the spotlight when your name alone is worth hundreds of millions.
Floyd Mayweather, a guy who's in his entourage as Floyd is walking out of Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles here in Hollywood. Floyd, someone in his entourage, gets into a scuffle, actually allegedly beat the crap out of a fan who just wanted to get a photo with Floyd. So Floyd is getting into the car. There you see him on the passenger side, and at the back of the car there's a guy in red. That guy in red is the alleged bodyguard.
There you see the scuffle.
And then he just lets that guy have it.
All right, Charles, a couple important things here. Floyd's camp is adamant that the dude in the red, despite the fact he's wearing a money team shirt and is with Floyd in a security kind of capacity, is not
An
on
actual
the payroll as a security guard. It's part of the entourage. But we did some digging earlier in the day. He was with Floyd when they were leaving a jewelry store together, doing, again, appearing to be
This is a guy.
Before the private jets, the $18 million diamond watches, the undefeated record, and the money empire, there was only one thing: raw survival. Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s origin story is not one of privilege or silver spoons. It is a dark, cinematic tale of a young boy forged in the unforgiving ghetto streets of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Raised in a cramped one-bedroom apartment with 7 people, no hot water, and a mother battling severe addiction, young Floyd had almost no escape routes, except one. His father, a former professional fighter turned street hustler, taught him the brutal science of boxing while simultaneously navigating the dangerous underworld of the inner city. It was in this environment of crushing poverty, desperation, and constant threat that the ultimate defensive genius was born. From a very early age, Floyd learned a simple but life-saving rule. In life, just like in the ring, getting hit is not an option. In this video, we take you back to the harsh beginnings that shaped one of boxing's most controversial and successful figures. We'll explore how the pain, the struggle, and the hunger of Grand Rapids created the unbreakable defensive mindset that would later dominate the sport for 2 decades. This is the real story behind the flash, the gritty foundation that turned a poor kid from the projects into the highest-paid athlete in the world. For years, the internet has mercilessly mocked Floyd Mayweather, weaponizing old rumors of illiteracy and endlessly sharing viral clips of 50 Cent challenging him to read a Harry Potter book out loud. While the world laughs and memes, Mayweather continues counting hundreds of millions. This ongoing controversy exposes a fascinating societal paradox: the huge difference between academic book smarts and raw, real-world intelligence. To casually dismiss an undefeated billionaire as dumb is to fundamentally misunderstand how human intelligence actually works. Inside the ring, Mayweather processes millions of micro-decisions in a fraction of a millisecond, reading feints, adjusting angles, and dismantling the greatest fighters on earth with the cold precision of a supercomputer. His tactical brilliance isn't measured by how well he reads textbooks, but by how perfectly he executes a master plan under extreme pressure. In this video, we challenge the lazy narrative that has followed Mayweather for years. We'll explore different forms of intelligence, break down his genius-level fight IQ, and show why his financial success and defensive mastery prove he possesses a different, and perhaps more valuable, type of intellect than traditional education can measure. True genius isn't always found in books. Sometimes it's written in the flawless execution of a strategy no one else can solve.
We get this right out of the way, because folks have to wonder, like, how big you guys are. How big are you?
I'm 7'1".
7'1"?
6'7".
I am not 6'7". I'm 5'11". I'm giving myself 5'11". Okay, so everybody knows exactly how big you guys are. First things first, how'd you get into a big church?
I'm from Vegas, born and raised Las Vegas, but I got into it working security out here. So a lot of people knew me around town, working in different clubs and stuff like that. I actually teamed up with this guy through one of my partners. They used to throw parties here that had me working for him, which was a mutual friend of his. He connected us. Well, we took off, man.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Now, a lot of people know you from working with Floyd Mayweather, but you also worked for a lot of different people in your time.
Sitting across from legendary broadcaster Larry King, a man who can literally buy anything on the planet, made a surprisingly vulnerable confession. Money becomes meaningless if you are trapped inside a cage of your own making. Despite spending decades cultivating the ultimate money persona, Floyd Mayweather has come to a profound realization. True wealth is not measured in diamond-encrusted iPhones, fleets of Bugattis, or overflowing jewelry boxes. It is measured in absolute freedom. If a billionaire cannot move freely through the world, cannot fully trust the people around him, and cannot escape the crushing weight of his own fame and responsibilities, then in many ways he is still broke. It is a deep, almost tragic philosophy coming from a man who dedicated his entire life to chasing riches, only to discover that the most valuable asset in the world, real freedom, cannot be purchased with any amount of money. In this video, we explore Mayweather's surprising thoughts on wealth and happiness, contrast them with his extravagant public image, and examine the hidden emotional cost of living life at the very top. Sometimes the richest man in the room is the one who feels the most trapped. From 1996 all the way to 2017, the entire sport of boxing tried desperately to solve one maddening mathematical equation. How do you hit a ghost? For 50 professional fights, the answer remained impossible to find. Floyd Mayweather didn't just defeat his opponents. He broke their will, using a defensive mastery so advanced it felt like he was fighting from the future. Pundits endlessly debated whether legendary pressure fighters or peekaboo masters could finally crack the code, but the truth was brutally simple. To beat Mayweather, you didn't just need a perfect style matchup. You needed to be a once-in-a-century athletic and tactical anomaly. He retired as the best ever, not because he had the heaviest hands or the most knockouts, but because he possessed an untouchable, almost supernatural defensive brilliance that the sport of boxing may never witness again. In this video, we break down the technical genius behind Mayweather's defense, analyze why so many great fighters failed to solve him, and celebrate the tactical brilliance that made 50-0 possible.
That is wild. Now, I see the t-shirts, the Great Wall, the Great Wall.
Yeah,
First thing, how did you get the name?
It came from Floyd Mayweather, man.
Okay.
Whenever we were in a crowded area, we had him somewhere, he would always say, put that wall up, you all right? And we were about to leave, like, y'all put that wall up. So kept saying it, and one day he just said the Great Wall, and we like, man, we talked to each other and said, man, listen, let's run with that, man, and let's do something with it. So what we did, Church had the idea of putting the Great Wall logo on the shirts with a friend we had.
Okay.
And so that particular friend, he was a graphic design artist, so he would make us some really cool things. And so our partner now, Stephen Reed, and our other partner, Dr. Andronica Handy, Andronica had seen the shirt and asked us where could he buy one. And we were like, man, this is just something that we do for us.
When your nickname is money, the concept of luxury doesn't just stretch. It completely shatters every boundary and enters the realm of pure, unadulterated madness. Floyd Mayweather doesn't simply spend money. He flaunts it with aggressive, cinematic intensity that borders on performance art. We're talking about a man who refuses to wear the same pair of underwear twice, pays his barber $1,000 for a single haircut, and casually straps an $18 million diamond-crusted billionaire watch to his wrist. His driveway resembles a $100 million museum of hypercars, and he has been known to leave behind thousands of dollars worth of luxury sneakers in hotel rooms simply because he can. It is a lifestyle of staggering excess, carefully designed to project an aura of absolute invincibility and dominance to the entire world. In this video, we take a jaw-dropping tour through Mayweather's extravagant spending habits and explore what this level of flaunting really says about the man behind the myth. The thrill of the fight doesn't end when the final bell rings. For Floyd Mayweather, the real adrenaline rush has always lived in the hidden high-stakes underworld of sports betting. The same man who calculates every millimeter of risk inside the boxing ring completely throws caution to the wind when it comes to Las Vegas sportsbooks. Rumors of him dropping a heart-stopping $6 million on a single Miami Heat game reveal a terrifying psychological addiction to the gamble. It shows a man who thrives on living right on the absolute edge, where fortunes can be won or lost in the bounce of a basketball. In this video, we explore the dangerous, unseen side of Mayweather's personality, the compulsive gambler who needs the rush of risking it all, even after earning hundreds of millions in the ring.
Once we got an opportunity to get in front of a camera, we were gonna shine. And that particular role in Think Like a Man 2 was us doing security. So we, before we actually shot the scene, we had to choreograph that particular scene with Gary Owens and Kevin Hart and all them guys. And I mean, it was so natural for us because that's what we do.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to perfect that in front of a camera. And that's what we did, man. So, you know, from that, you know, a lot of people were just, you know, they would hit us up like, man, we just watched the movie, man. That was you guys in that movie? It was like, yeah, man, you know, you didn't know we could act a little bit, huh?
Long before the era of YouTube exhibitions and Saudi Arabian mega fights, Floyd Mayweather single-handedly hijacked the entire financial structure of combat sports. By buying himself out of his top-ranked contract and creating Mayweather Promotions, he stopped being just another employee and became the casino itself. He turned the sport of boxing into his own personal ATM machine, generating a mind-boggling 4.6 million pay-per-view buys against Manny Pacquiao, a record that still stands like an untouchable monolith today. Mayweather didn't just change how fighters fight, he violently rewrote the blueprint of how fighters actually get paid, proving once and for all that the real power in boxing belongs to the man who owns the promotion, not the one who simply steps into the ring. In this video, we break down how Floyd Mayweather revolutionized the combat sports economy and forever changed what it means to be a superstar fighter.
Coach Anthony with none other than Greg LaRosa here. You see him?
How y'all doing?
TMT in the building.
Shoot, what we need to know today? Let me know.
Well, you know, we got a big weekend coming up.
Yes, sir.
Let me know what you got coming up. I mean, let me know what you got for tonight. You know what I mean?
Who's fighting again?
Canelo.
Oh, yeah.
Triple G. Oh, you don't watch those guys?
No, last I checked, I thought Floyd was about to fight Pacquiao, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure who's fighting.
All right, let's talk about that. You know what?
No
That's
problem.
more important to me.
Yeah.
That is more important to me.
Okay.
Floyd Pacquiao 2. Explain to me. I saw something on the internet. I saw them meet up at a club or something.
Yeah.
What's going down?
Well, I don't know. I'm not out there right now, so I still been off for a little while. But he's out there in Tokyo right now, and I guess he ran into Pacquiao, and he mentioned that he's going to come back and fight.
So Floyd Mayweather. So Floyd Mayweather is really seriously considering fighting again and against Manny Pacquiao.
Floyd, he's always going to keep you on your toes, man. Badu as well.
Extravagance is a powerful drug, and maintaining the ultimate money persona requires a terrifying, never-ending injection of fresh cash. As new reports of a massive $42 million theft from within his inner circle continue to rock the internet, the combat sports world is forced to ask a dark and uncomfortable question. Is the empire finally showing serious cracks? Maintaining $25 million Beverly Hills mansions, fleets of private jets, and a massive payroll of giant bodyguards burns through capital at an absolutely terrifying rate. If the once loyal inner circle is beginning to fracture and the cash flow is being compromised from within, then the untouchable legacy of the 50-0 king might be facing its most dangerous opponent yet, a cold financial reality that no defensive shoulder roll or great wall of security can fully protect against. In this video, we examine whether the money era is beginning to crumble and what the future holds for one of boxing's most financially dominant figures.